This week, Bigfoot Sightings of Alabama. Hello and welcome to Those Endless Mysteries. This week we are in Alabama to look into Bigfoot sightings that's coming out of this state. So let's get started. This sighting happened in Morgan County, Alabama, in the summer of 2000. The witness says that her husband has described a hairy biped that has been seen twice over the years, and that his father had seen it once. The area that they seen it in is on Brindley Mountain in Morgan County, stating that this creature is well known to the residents of this area. She says that she has always been a skeptic, thinking that they were seeing bears or something natural. Her husband is a seasoned outdoorsman, and that he rarely mistakes wildlife. Now, in her statement, she says that she was watching her husband as he was in a tree, helping to clear some land for a family member, close to the bluff where sightings are common. She states that she happened to look towards the tree line for no reason, just looking, when she saw about several hundred feet off in the distance a tall reddish-brown human-like creature with no apparent neck standing off in the shadows of the tree line. She said she looked up and gestured to her husband to look in that area, but when she looked back, that the creature was gone. Now, sitting next to her was her nephew, and he did see what she witnessed. She says that she still wonders to this day what she saw that day. She knows bears, saying she has seen them many times living in this area, and whatever she did see that day wasn't a bear. She also states that they can hear screams around 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning sometimes, sounding like a mix between a bobcat and a hound dog combo. That is like a howl scream, very loud and drawn out. So do you think that she saw a Bigfoot that day? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. This sighting happened in Morgan County, Alabama, in August of 2012. The witness states that he was kayaking down a creek, and that it was in the middle of the day. He said that this creek was deep in places and shallow in others, making for a good kayaking trip. He also said that he was used to seeing deer and turkey on his trips kayaking down this creek. Now he says when he came around a curve in the stream that he heard a splash in front of him. Thinking it was a fish jumping, he didn't pay it much attention. But then there were 3 more splashes, and he saw the last splash was made by a rock. When he looked into the direction of where the rock had came from, that's when he saw the creature. It was sitting on its knees like a human would. Now he says that the creature stood up. He says that when it stood up, that the hair on the back of his neck also stood up. They made eye contact for about 30 seconds, then it turned and ran into the woods. He said that he could hear it running through the woods, and that he has heard people and other things running through the woods before, but that it was different than anything he had heard before. That this creature didn't bother dodging brush and stuff that was in its way, that it just went right through it. He says that the creature appeared to be 7 foot tall and weigh about 400 pounds. It had wide shoulders, about 3, maybe 3.5 feet wide, while the hair on the creature was a mix of black and gray, with the hair being 4 to 5 inches long. While being matted with mud and other things, he said that it also had an odor of fish and mildew, with the head being conical in shape. Its nose was almost flat to its face. It appeared to be stocky with little or no neck. The witness says after seeing this, he headed back to his truck, and that later that night he went to where he had seen this creature. That he did some howls and knocks, and only getting knocks back. They were from a good distance off, but he did get knocks back. So what do you think the witness saw that day? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. This sighting report comes out of Cherokee County, Alabama. The witness states that she was driving home from Cedar Bluff High School on Highway 9. As she was coming down the road, she caught a glimpse of something standing at the edge of the woodline. She said she put her brakes on to get a better look at whatever this thing was. That's when she saw what it was standing there. She states that it was 7 to 8 feet tall, dark hairy color, and was standing on 2 legs. It stood and stared at her for a few seconds. Then it turned and took 2 strides back into the woodline, and it was just gone. She states that what she saw was definitely a Bigfoot or Sasquatch. She's sure that the creature was staring at the cows in the field on the other side of the road. The witness also said that she had came to a full stop in the road before this creature ever looked at her. That the distance between her and the Sasquatch was approximately 30 to 40 yards at the max. The follow-up investigator asked her how she did determine the height of the creature. That was easy for the witness. Her brother is 6'6" and her father is 6'8", so she knows tall, and that this creature stood at least a full head taller than her father. She also states that it had broad shoulders, at least 3 feet and maybe closer to 4 feet across. Now its arms hung down to its mid-thigh area, and it had dark, almost black hair. She also says that the head seemed to be proportionate to the body, with the hair hanging on to the shoulders. After the sighting, the witness went and got her husband. He says that he could tell she was upset. They went to where she had saw the creature go back into the woods. The husband said you could tell something had been in that area due to how the grass was pushed down. So what do you think the witness saw on this one? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. This sighting comes out of Jefferson County, Alabama, from October the 2nd of 2013. The witness states that he was fishing in the dark and that about 15 minutes after getting a line in the water, he heard what he thought was 2 big animals fighting off in the woods, but at a good distance away. He says for about 30 minutes he could hear them running left to right about 60 yards each way, as they were working their way towards the witness. Now that the creatures was getting closer, the witness started to hear the sounds of tree limbs and branches being broke as they were moving through the area, which was followed by loud growling and howling, which surprised the witness. He knew at this point it wasn't deer or some people out there. Once the witness could tell that the creatures was down in the clearing on the other side from where he was, he turned on his spotlight to see what has been making all this noise. When the light illuminated the left side of 2 7 to 7.5 foot tall creatures, they were bipedal and facing the same direction. They both had dark skin and fur. He states their shoulders were very wide and that they both had large buttocks and large hands. They were also very lean and muscular. He says you could see the muscles in action as they moved. Both turned and sprinted away, straight up the hill as fast as they could. They were as fast as deer running back up the hill, he said. They quickly went back into the forest, and that the witness could hear them still running after he lost sight of them. The witness said he reeled in his post and got the hell out of there, and that he won't be going back there alone anymore. So what do you think the fisherman saw that night? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. That's it for this one. I hope you liked it. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. So till next time, stay safe and have a great week. And thanks for watching those endless mysteries.